After 4 rounds of brutal screening, the game has finally entered the final stage. As of now, only contestants remain. But the prize money has accumulated to a significant amount. With all the players entering the arena, the 5th game officially began. Looking at the numbers from 1 to 16 in front of him, Ha-joon was full of doubts. Although he didn't know what these numbers represented, however, because of the lessons from previous games, Ha-joon didn't act rashly at first. But what he didn't expect was that some players rushed up directly. Out of their instinct for danger, they all chose the middle numbers, which undoubtedly made the remaining players hesitate again. The organizer, in order to make the next game more exciting, they revealed the meaning of the numbers at this time. They represented the order of appearance in the game. Considering that the previous games had time limits, Ha-joon thought the earlier numbers would have an advantage. So he made a decision, but before he got close, he was hesitant again, because he didn't know what game would be played next. The first one to start might be more dangerous. Just when he didn't know how to choose, other players had already chosen their numbers. Soon, only numbers left. He had to choose one of them. Finally, Jin made a decision and planned to choose the first to go first. However, at this moment, another contestant came over. He also wanted to choose the first, because in his life, he has been living by looking at others' faces. So he wanted to choose by himself. He stood confidently at the front of the line and become the protagonist. The man's words undoubtedly touched Ha-joon. In the end, he chose to fulfill the other. Little did he know that it was this decision he accidentally saved his life. With all the guests ready, the 5th game also began. The rule is to pass through pieces of glass on the bridge. However, 2 of the glasses are tempered glass, which can withstand the weight of 2 people. While the other is ordinary glass, once stepped on, it will instantly shatter and fall into a great height and be smashed to pieces. After learning the rules of the game, the man who chose the first regretted deeply. But it was too late. He had to bite the bullet and start the game. Fortunately, he was lucky in the first one. He narrowly escaped. But the second one was not so lucky. The glass broke and he fell directly. Looking at the body of the contestant, the next one trembled with fear. He forcibly overcame his inner fear. He took another step forward, but he fell directly. As more and more players fell down, Ha-joon was about to appear. But when he was about to cross the bridge, he forgot which side to jump from the first glass. But with a reminder, Ha-joon safely climbed onto the glass bridge. He thought they would move forward step by step. But when it was Sang-biao's turn, he played a rogue. He preferred to die with everyone than take another step forward. This undoubtedly completely angered everyone. As time went by, the curly-haired girl behind couldn't hold back first. She first jumped in front of Sang-biao and then took advantage of his inattention and hugged him. No matter how Sang-biao struggled, it was useless. It turned out that the curly-haired girl had realized she had no chance of survival. So she decided to teach Sang-biao a lesson, to retaliate for his previous harm in the toilet. Then they both fell into a great height. The competition has lasted until now. Only players are left, and there are more than 2 minutes left. Seeing the guy in front of him still wasting time, Shang-yu also became irritable. Until he heard the other's explanation, he became slightly better. It turned out that the man had worked in a glass factory and could distinguish glass types by light. Under the other's leadership, they successfully passed several pieces of glass. This scene was also noticed by the organizer. The organizer changed the light in the venue. With the lights going out, the man also instantly lost his ability to distinguish. He finally stopped in front of the last glass. Seeing that time was running out, Shang-yu couldn't hold back his inner evil anymore. He pushed the other man down. Then he quickly jumped to the finish line. And Sufei and Lao Jin didn't hesitate. They also passed smoothly before the time ran out. Then the glass behind them exploded violently. Sophie was accidentally pricked by glass shards, but for her own safety, she didn't show it. Back in the dormitory, they all fell into silence. Compared to the lively crowd before, the current environment is undoubtedly extremely depressing. Then the guard walked in again. To reward Lao Jin and the other three, they prepared a special gift. After changing clothes, the